What's the deal, y'all? JR to AR, and we are back with For the Culture. I got a banger for y'all today. I'm happy to be back in Petty Cash Studios. I'm happy to be back shooting with you guys, man. And today we're going to be talking about good music, and all of you are going to jail. You hear me? You hear me right? Okay, but we'll get to that later. Okay, let's talk about some raps. This Monday on October 28th, 2024, Tyler the Creator dropped his 6th studio album, if I'm not mistaken, Chromacopia, and it's already projected to do between 250,000 and 300,000 copies first week. Has a myriad of crazy features from Childish Gambino, Daniel Caesar, Schoolboy Q, Glorilla, Sexy Red, Lil Wayne, and the list goes on. And I have to say, off my first couple listens, this is in debate for one of my favorite Tyler projects, period, man. His artistry holds no bounds. He has a line on here where he says he's the second biggest artist coming out of Los Angeles behind Kendrick Lamar. I think that's kind of indisputable from all of the films, TV shows he's done. Him scoring the Grinch movie a few years ago, people don't give him enough credit for that. The Golf Store, that's always been a mainstay on Melrose. Camp Flog Gnaw, he just released the lineup for that as well, and it's looking insane. So I feel like Tyler is the definition of an artist to the fullest degree. He even dropped a physical copy of this tape where the vinyl actually had an unreleased record and verse with Playboi Carti. And I think that is a really cool way how to incentivize people buying hard copies, giving them something that they don't even expect. But once they find out it's there, they're going to go ravenous for it. So as far as concept, subject matter, like he's talking about depression, he's talking about the struggles of talking to a woman when you knock her up for the first time. He's talking about insecurities, not living your truth. Like, there's so many topic points where I feel like we're getting bits and pieces of his life more and more ever since Flower Boy, and this is probably the most grandiose display. The production on here front to back is amazing. Tyler produced every record. The way he scores his albums is fantastic. I know, not the funniest clip that I've ever made, but no, I'm serious. I would honestly give this album like a 9.5 out of 10. I'm excited to see the other visuals that come off of this, and I'm trying to get into his tour with what's the guy's name? St. Paris and Lil Yachty. Yeah, because Tyler is like a top 5 performer for me. So I know that he's going to really bring this album to life there. I'm trying to sneak my way into Camp Flog Gnaw too. So if you have any plugs, hit Petty Cash Studios. I don't look at my DMs. Hit Petty Cash Studios because Mark and Alex need some ticks as well. Come on. But yeah, check out Chromacopia, guys. Fire ass album. Now let's talk about all you motherfuckers getting federally indicted, okay? So JP Morgan Chase, you remember that Chase glitch where everyone was taking $20, $30, $40, $120,000 from Chase? They're suing the customers who allegedly stole thousands of dollars from the infinite money glitch. Stupid. What did you think was gonna happen? You think the bank was gonna let you steal all this insured money and the insurance company wasn't gonna look into you? Dummy. According to CNBC, JP Morgan Chase has begun suing customers who allegedly stole thousands of dollars from ATMs by taking advantage of a technical glitch that allowed them to withdraw funds before a check bounced. The bank on Monday filed lawsuits in at least 3 federal courts, taking aim at some of the people who drew the highest amounts in the so-called infinite money glitch that went viral on TikTok. A Houston case involves a man who owes JP Morgan $290,000. Over $250,000 after an unidentified accomplice deposited a counterfeit $335,000 check in an ATM, according to the bank. Now let that marinate. You thought they wouldn't want their 300 grand back? I don't feel bad for any of you. This is your fault. Like, I grew up where kids were trying to like mess up people's Wells Fargo's accounts with like $1,500 checks, $1,000 checks. This was like an easy petty cash, no pun intended, scam back in like the mid 2010s. But now you guys are just going balls to the wall with it. You're like, yo, if we're gonna scam, we better throw the Hail Mary. You're dumb. You're really dumb. And I hope that the banks find justice. I have a clean Chase account. There was no fraudulent money put into mine, so this isn't going to tamper with my living situation whatsoever. But if you got some of that money tucked away, you might want to go to a country where you can't get extradited. My recommendation is Morocco. They got a lot of like high class resorts. The American dollar stretches a long way over there, and the US don't really fuck with them like that, so they won't ship you back off over here no matter what you did. Now, before we talk about Lil Durk going to jail for the rest of his life, I want to talk about what led up to this, and I'm not talking about the murdery stuff. I'm talking about his career in general. Lil Durk has been a staple in Chicago rap since the days of like Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and he was always an underdog for the majority of his career. I hear a lot of it had to do with his deal with Def Jam at the time, and there were a lot of things that people thought would propel him to a different level, whether it was the XXL freshman list, his relationship with Dej Loaf, or anything of the sort, but it really didn't seem to hit. But I want to say around the time COVID hit, maybe a couple years before, Durk really hit his stride. He got that song with Drizzy Drake, the music video, and it really propelled him to an A-list artist status overnight, to the point where he's like doing collab albums with Lil Baby and stuff. I, as a fan, was super proud of Durk, which is why this next story makes me so mad, okay? Now, for this one, we're actually looking at the United States Attorney's Office, Central District of California, because this is like a federally adjudicated case. Chicago rapper Lil Durk arrested on complaint alleging he ordered murder attempt that resulted in fatal shooting near Beverly Center. Alex, you hear me, Alex? Lil Durk got someone murdered in broad daylight at a gas station outside the Beverly Center. No, it was for sure going downhill. Like, it's just the most treacherous part of LA. Like, that's where, no. You do something like that, the police are gonna look for you. A Grammy Award-winning Chicago rapper has been arrested on federal criminal complaint alleging he conspired with others to murder a rival rapper, resulting in a shooting and murder that took place in a gas station near the Beverly Center shopping mall in Los Angeles in August 2022. An attack that resulted in a family member of the rival being shot and killed. Lil Pob, if you're not familiar, this is Quando Rondo's cousin. Durk Banks, 32. He's only 32. I've been listening to Lil Durk since I was in like the 9th, 10th grade. Was arrested near Miami International Airport late Thursday. I'm gonna just paraphrase this because I read this stuff already. Pretty much, Durk tried to run off. He booked 3 different flights at the same time, 4 different flights. He booked one to Dubai, he booked one to Maui, he booked one in New York, and then he thought he'd be able to sneak off to the PJ to Italy, but the federal authorities were waiting for him when he landed. Mr. Banks is charged with orchestrating a cold-blooded murder that resulted in the death of a rival's family member, said United States Attorney Martin Estrada. Not only that, the shooting occurred in the open, at a gas station, at a busy intersection, endangering many others to the area. Yeah, that sounds pretty problematic. Violent gun crime of this sort is devastating to our community, and we will have a zero tolerance for those who participate in such callous acts of violence. One of the craziest parts of all this is the murder suspects. I'm gonna just paraphrase it like we don't know what's going on. The murder suspects bought their flights, they got their hotel, they got their rental car, all off the OTF credit card. OTF, for my director in the back, is Lil Durk's label. That's Lil Durk's label. That's his business. Yeah, crazy write-off, right? According to the complaint filed Thursday night, Banks is the leader of the Chicago-based rap group known as Only the Family, or OTF. Law enforcement believes OTF also acts as a group of individuals who engage in violence, including murder and assault. Banks feuded with a victim identified in court documents as TB. The feud stemmed from a November 6, 2020 murder with an associate of TB shot and killed an OTF rapper named Davon Belton, aka King Von. Now, King Von, if you guys don't know, is probably one of the most decorated murder rappers of all time. He had about like 6 allegedly confirmed bodies before he was eventually taken down by Quando Rondo's associate Lil Tim. In August 19th, 2022, several OTF members and associates used 2 vehicles and worked in tandem to track, stalk, and attempt to murder TB for hours, culminating in a shooting at a gasoline station located near the Beverly Center Mall. The co-conspirators fired at least 18 rounds at TB's vehicle, striking and killing a victim identified in court documents as SR, who was TB's family member who had been traveling. Now, this is insane. This is insane. Like, someone getting killed at the gas station at the Beverly Center already is crazy work. And for it to be a beef that stemmed from a Florida guy, or is Quando from Atlanta? You get it. And the Chicago guy, people from two different. It's maniacal. And I feel like this is a testament to how I believe in the next 10 years, with the Young Thug case, with Lil Durk about to be in jail for the rest of his life, the federal government is going to go out of their way to make examples out of any rappers who want to continue living that life after they've already become the top 1%. That's the reason Thug's not out. Thug is not out and will not get out free for the sole fact that it would make the Atlanta court systems out there look incompetent. Now, this is the same thing with this Durk case. Everyone's like, free Durk, free Durk, free Durk. There's too much of a paper trail. And one of Durk's friends, I forgot the OTF member's name. He's a side character in my head. But he had gotten out of prison. And for the past 5 years, he's been with Durk every day wearing a wire. So there's a 97% conviction rate for the feds. And that's because they don't come after you unless they have indisputable evidence that you've done some wrongdoing. So prayers up for Durk, but also prayers up for Quando Rondo, who had to sit in this car while his cousin got sprayed up right next to him. People always want to like just pray for the bigger person. No. There were bad people on each side, and I don't feel like anyone deserves to get slain. But at the same time, if you decide to participate in these type of acts, you should be built. You should be ready for whatever comes with that. That's part of being gangsta, right? That's part of being gangsta. Like, you know the risk that is coming with the trifling actions that you are participating in. So I will keep you posted with this Lil Durk case with the upcoming weeks and months, because I feel like this is not going to be an overnight thing. There's no way. It's probably going to be months or years before there is sentencing arranged. But yeah, man, watch your circle. Watch how you do business. Watch who you give your credit card to. Don't leave such a big paper trail. Like, there's a lot of things that you could take from this even before it concludes. Now we gonna talk about Tekashi Hibachi Teriyaki, man. This is really unfortunate because a few of my friends, I'm gonna leave them out of this. We're gonna throw 6ix9ine's first show in America November 2nd, which is like, I don't know, like less than a week from now. But with how things are looking, 6ix9ine is not going to be out for said show. Daniel Hernandez, the rapper known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, according to ABC News, is back in custody and due in federal court. He went this morning, but he's back in jail. The rapper, 28, was arrested for an unspecified alleged violation of his supervised release. Now, I got some more information on this. Pretty much, he was supposed to go to court on Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. He was in the strip club the night before. He overslept by an hour, so they immediately put in a request for his arrest. Now, after that, they went back and forth in court, and he had already been in hot water with them, because while he is on probation in America, after he pulled on his whole set, the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, and they're all in jail, he actually got arrested in the Dominican Republic on a battery case. So that was already a point of contention for his probation. But also, they gave him a urinalysis, also known in the streets as a PP test, and he came up for methamphetamines. Now, don't get so riled up. According to his lawyer, the meth, that was not meth, that was Adderall. You know what I mean? And honestly, I think that is a crock of poo-poo, because while Adderall is a compound that is very similar to methamphetamine, I've taken Adderall while I was getting drug tested. It does not make you pop as methamphetamine. If anything, especially with him being in the club the night before, my speculation, and mind you, none of this is proven, this is all my head canon, blah, 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 is he took an ecstasy. Ecstasy is one drug that I will probably never partake in again in my life, because ecstasy is MDMA, better known as Molly, and other. What is other? It depends on the dealer. Sometimes it could have ketamine, sometimes it could have fentanyl. A lot of the times it either has heroin or methamphetamine. So my guess is he was at the Miami strip club, going crazy, bud in his face, having a time of his life, popped a little bit too much of a bean, and didn't clean his system out in time. So right now he's trying to appeal to reason. He told the judge he's been having a hard 4 years since he told on everybody. He got beat up in the gym because he told. And one thing he really prioritizes over anything is his freedom. If you prioritized your freedom, Tekashi, whether it's Adderall, whether it's a dirty ecstasy pill shaped like a Pokeball, why would you do anything that can compromise your livelihood and then get arrested in the city where you put away a whole gang organization? You realize if you get put into Rikers Island or any of the county or federal institutions in New York, like, it's gonna be really bad for you. Like 70 people got indicted and are doing 15 years to life because you wanted to get out of jail free card and you didn't appreciate it. So it's like, imagine telling on everybody, and then you end up in the same hole as them a couple years later. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. I feel bad for my friend who owes 6ix9ine $250,000 for a show. I feel bad for the New York City police system who really gave this moron a chance. And I don't feel bad for Daniel Hernandez, because Daniel Hernandez is a grown-ass man. Daniel Hernandez is a 28-year-old dude who should have known much better at this point. Okay, but yeah, between the Durk and the 6ix9ine cases, I think we're gonna have a pretty eventful next couple of weeks of For the Culture. So I'm gonna keep you posted on both of those and any other hot topics that come up in the near future. But in the meantime, I need you guys to, on a happier note, listen to Tyler's album. Let me know your favorite song and let me know why in the comments. Again, my name is JR the AR. I feel amazing. I'm so glad to be back. We're gonna start flooding again. I have a new podcast dropping later this week, but I need you in the meantime to subscribe to Colorblind Entertainment, follow Petty Cash Studios, follow me, my black ass, JR the AR. I don't have any semicolons or no, it's really easy. JR the AR. Find me. And yeah, have a blessed day. Thank you for all the support, guys.